So I use a Type A card already. I have one. This is the cheapest card I found online a couple, like I think it was around 6 months ago. It is Pergear, Pergear, but it has accents over both of the R's. Anyway, it works. At the time, it was the cheapest card. Now I found something even that was about $20 cheaper. The prices are very, very slowly dropping. I don't know. Like, storage prices are stupid right now. I can't even find like SSDs or NVMEs. I've made a couple videos about NVMEs. Their price dip, and then the prices are higher again. It's just ridiculous how things are going right now. So that's when I saw this. I was like, oh, okay. I want another card. This is 256 gigs, I think. Yeah, 256 gigs. Crack that open. So I saw it and I was like, okay, I've seen this brand before. I don't know how well it's going to work, but that's why I'm making this video. We're going to find out in a second. So yeah. Airusan, or Airusan, however you want to pronounce it. It's one of the meme with the lady pointing at the cat, and the cat says it one way or the other. It's basically that. So, same form factor. Of course, it's a Type A card, and it's saying it'll read at 800 megs and write at 700 megs. So in theory, I should just be able to put this card in, press on my shutter. Let me put it in photo mode. Let me take it out of, let me format it. Regardless of whether or not it's formatted or anything, I always like to format the card the first thing I do. Let me take off interval shooting. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. I'll do a star lapse tonight. But let's just shoot at auto ISO so you can see me a little bit better. And 1/200th of a second with 2.8. This is a 2.8 lens. I'm just shooting wide open. So, there we go. So there's me. It's meta as you can get. So this is a Sony A7 IV. This is a new camera. I bought this camera in November of last year. So keep an eye right here. Keep an eye right here. And let's go. So, keeping an eye on the time. I'm just going to keep shooting for a minute and see if it ever buffers. That's the thing about this card. For me, 99% of the things that I shoot are birds. So with birds, they're moving and moving and moving and moving and moving. So you have to be able to get them at the right moment. So a lot of times I spray and pray. That's the wrong way to shoot. You're not supposed to shoot like that. I know. Do you see that I'm like a famous photographer? Do you see that I'm like making money even trying to do YouTube or stuff like this? No, this is all my hobby and this is something I enjoy doing. So let's get over that. Now what we're doing here is demonstrating the speed of this thing. Let me get it in focus. So that was almost a minute and it never buffered, and in that time, I didn't even see how many pictures it took. Almost for 250 pictures in a minute. That was just constant, just the shutter going. So this is just shooting. I can just have my finger on the shutter. I have it in high. Oh, that's in low. My bad. Put it in high plus. So that's the fastest. That was the slowest it can shoot in a repeated motion. Now this is the fastest. I forgot I lowered it because I forgot what I was doing. So watch that number. Watch the number right there just dip. So this whole time it's taking pictures. Ooh. So anyway, this card works. The Type A cards are not cheap in comparison to an SD card. I can get an SD card for as little as $30 and as much as, like, for the ones I use, about $100. I try to spend no more than $80 on a card. So that was, look at this, it's just flying. It has not stopped. That number keeps going down. It's continually taking pictures. This is perfect for birding. That's, like I said, 99% of the time I'm taking pictures of birds. Wide open, usually, low ISO. This is ISO at what, 800? So yeah, look at that. This is, like I said, this is the Air, however you pronounce it, Airusan or Airusan. This just make things complicated. We'll just call it, I don't know. It's just annoying. I can't even tell you what kind of card it is. It's a CFExpress Type A card though. It was on sale for $160. So this is only 256 gigs and it's $160. Today that I'm shooting it is June 12th, 2024. I have to think of the year. It's only been 6 months. I think I remember it by now. So I was thinking, well, you know, give it another 6 months, because these cards have been around for a couple of years now. The price has not dropped much, almost any. So whenever I see a sale for a card like this, I think I saw it on SonyAlphaRumors.com or something like that. I think that's the name of the website. And they had an ad, not an ad, but they had an article saying, hey, these are on sale. So I went ahead and bought one because I've been wanting to get another one. And it seems to work great. So if you're ever on the fence about the cheap, you feel weird about buying the cheap cards, I've been only buying cheap cards for the last 5 years now. And I have only had issues when it was me. As long as you take care of the card, store it properly, and like inside in like an air-conditioned room, as long as it's not like 100 degrees inside the room or below freezing. I live in Houston, it's never below freezing. It's always above 100 though, so I just keep it inside. I keep my house comfortable, so there's very little problems with like it breaking down or corruption. I've only ever had corruption, and that's because of the camera. I've had problems with GoPros. I stopped using GoPros years ago. I hate GoPros. GoPros are trash. So yeah, this worked great. 250. It's only 256 gigs. I'd love to get a larger card, but for the most part, 256 is enough. I mean, it sounds crazy, like it's enough, but I mean, like if you want to shoot one like for multiple days, like on a vacation or something, and you want to keep switching out cards or something like that. But I mean, I think it's great. I think it's for the price point, it's not great because you can still get like an SD card like this. I think this is 256 gigs as comparison. I think it was $30 something. So for like $130 more, you get this. But this is unlimited shooting and no buffer ever, because the card allows that much to be written at one time that it doesn't buffer on the camera, because when it buffers on the camera you can't shoot. This you can just continually shoot. I'll see, hopefully I can try to, I'm looking for like get cardinals, and there's some unique birds in the Houston area sometimes, so you just sit there, find one, put it on focus and shoot it. And you know, birds move around constantly because they're little creatures, just their nature. You'll be able to get every single movement and not have to worry about, oh, I'm buffering out, or like stop because I'm about to buffer and then start again. None of that stuff. The CFExpress cards, I think they're worth it, but I only have 2, whereas I have like 35 or 50 regular SD cards because they're not relatively, they're way cheaper. So anyway, if you're on the fence, if you see this thing at on Amazon or whatever, so far it seems okay. I'm going to really put it through its paces the next week. If I ever have a problem, I'll definitely make a video about it, but so far I haven't had an issue with any of these cards. Just wanted to make a video about it so that we all remember when I bought it and got it on Amazon on sale. And you have to keep an eye on these things because the price fluctuates a lot, and the price does go up like out of the blue. So whenever they dip, whenever it's like a sale of like 30% or more off, which is its actual value, let's be honest, I would suggest picking one up if you have the resources and the camera to handle it.